Welcome back, Smart Nation, to another edition of our weekly webinar series. I am your host, Michael Torrado, and today we will discuss the circle of the sale. In this edition, we will have guest appearances from our home office teammates, Sarah Siraj and Paulette Torres. And please be aware that there are places to pause in this webinar for you to do some role playing amongst your team. So let's dive right in. Let's begin with what the circle of the sale is. Circle of the sale is a four-part process. It begins with the initial contact with the customer. Then we follow up, find out what the customer's needs are. Then we demonstrate that product to the customer. And then we close the deal and attempt to add on. Professional retail selling starts with preparation and knowledge. These in turn give you self-confidence and control over the selling process. Having product knowledge and demonstrating confidence will give you the edge needed to convince your customer that they are making a wise choice by buying that product from you. We as an organization have a competitive advantage to have the science of the sales broken down for us in our sales standards. Our sales standards go as following. We must greet the customer within 5 seconds. Secondly, we must explain the layaway program to every single customer. That's every time. Third, we must explain and demonstrate the features and benefits of all merchandise presented. Fourth, we must attempt to add on to every sale. If a customer is buying a TV, great time to sell them a Blu-ray player. If a customer is buying a game console, great time to sell them a bundle of games. Fifth, we must attempt to close the sale, and when successful, give a loan guarantee card. And finally, thank every customer and invite them back. So now we'll move on to opening the sale. The most critical step in your selling may very well be your opening line. Remembering that your first impression is usually your greatest impression. And the primary goal of that opening line is to open the customer up, to get past that resistance, to break those barriers, get rid of that salesperson to customer type relationship. You want to establish a person-to-person relationship rather than a relationship of salesperson to customer relationship. People like to buy from people that they trust, people that make them feel comfortable. And in order to make that customer feel comfortable and to start building trust in you, your opening question must have nothing to do with business. It should be questions to encourage conversation. It should be unique, sincere, or different enough to start a conversation. So once we initiate that dialogue, we determine the customer's needs and get into business. This is the transition period. Questions like, what brings you into our store today? Usually customers will respond with, I'm just looking, or I'm just browsing. I just wanted to see what you have. I'm killing time. My husband or wife is next door shopping. And that's great. Once you get your customer talking, you want to personalize those remarks. Hey, you mentioned that your husband or wife is next door shopping. What are they looking for? Anything to make your remarks more personable. You can talk about children, personalized clothing. Hey, that's a great 49ers jersey. Cars, current events, holidays that are coming up. Hey, do you have anything great planned for Labor Day weekend? Anything to break the ice, essentially. Here are some simple opening lines that you can use to get your customer engaged and to get them talking. Hey, I love your glasses. Where'd you get them from? How was your weekend? Hey, welcome back. How have you been? Now let's pause so that you all can get together as a group and come up with some ideas of your own.
Most of the time, when customers object, they give you a false or incomplete reason for not buying. Customers will give you stock phrases such as, I'll be back.
You don't like it that much? It looks really good on you.
Let me think about it. I have some grocery shopping to do.
Depending on the situation, sales associates need to think fast on their feet. Now, this here is a great opportunity to create a sense of urgency. You can politely respond by telling the customer, well, we're open till 7 p.m., but I have been getting a lot of inquiries via offer up on this particular item. I mean, you could put it on layaway today for only 10% down and not miss out on this amazing opportunity. So let's head over to this register and I'll get that set up for you. So how many times do you hear the customer say, I'll be right back? Let's take this time to have a group discussion and do some role playing to hear some great rebuttals to I'll be right back.
I really like the ring. I'm not sure if it fits me though. I'd like to shop around.
If this is the case, we can size it.
This is where you want to step in, compliment the piece the customer chose, and put their worries at ease. Here's a quick example. That ring is so beautiful. And don't worry, ma'am. The great thing about buying your ring from us is not only are you getting the best price, but we'll take care of the sizing for you. And if you take advantage of our smart plan, we'll size it for you complimentary. And you also have the peace of mind knowing that you have full trade-in value on that item if you want to upgrade it down the road. So let's just measure your finger over here and get this typed up. Again, let's all have a group discussion and go over some rebuttals to when a customer says that they just want to shop around.
Hey, I don't get paid till Friday. Can you hold it for me?
We do layaway. If you give me $5, we can put a layaway for 3 months.
This is another buying signal. A great response would be, Mr. Customer, I don't think this item will be here by Friday. So many people have been looking at it. I'll tell you what though, let's put this item on layaway for only 10% of the price, and not only will I guarantee that I'll hold it for you, you also have 90 days to pay it off. You can also put that 10% down with credit card. Did you want to pay with a card or cash?
I really need to get my husband's opinion before I purchase this.
Why you want to wait for your husband? He will probably give you a lot of excuses for you not to get it. Just buy it.
This is where you should be demonstrating the item. Let that customer try on that piece of jewelry. An example of what you could say would be, I think you're making a great choice. Look how great that looks on you. Let's put it on layaway now so nobody else buys this item and bring them with you next time. So now I'd like everybody as a group to ask your manager questions and share your takeaways from the Circle of the Sale training. And once again, I'd like to thank everybody for taking time out of their day to listen to another edition of our weekly webinar series. I am your host, Michael Torrado, and I hope everybody has a great week.